Which of these 10 do you agree with? Do you actually agree with all of these? I'm assuming because you clicked on this podcast, you are an introvert. I would love to get a consensus on this. Welcome to the John J. Journey podcast. My name is John J. I'm your host. On this podcast, we take on the challenges that come with being an introvert. Please do me a favor and leave a comment. I would love to hear your perspective on this week's topic. Also, share the link to this podcast with other introverts that you know would enjoy this conversation. Today, we start our series on the introvert versus ChatGPT. We'll be looking at the top 10 interesting facts about introverts, whether I believe these things are true based upon my personal experiences, and why. So, enjoy the show. Welcome to the show. I am so excited to have you here with me today. My name is John J. I am excited to have you join me in this conversation today to figure out, am I the only one who thinks this way? So what I did was I put in ChatGPT and asked it to give me the top 10 interesting facts about introverts. And I thought it would be fun for us to have this conversation. I'll share my perspective on each one of these, whether I agree with it or not, and tell you a little bit about why for each one of these. And then I want to hear back from you all, whether that's in the comment section or reaching out to my YouTube page, John J. Journey, or maybe John J. Journey Introvert. Listen, I'm new at this, so this is going to be a little clunky. This is my first conversation, so y'all bear with me. Hopefully you'll enjoy the show. But I don't know. So think about the top 10 interesting facts about introverts. What do you think ChatGPT is going to say those top 10 things are? I get one of those things in your mind and I wonder if I'll hit them. But I'm going to start with number one. The first thing that I brought up was introverts are always shy. For me, I am not always shy, yeah. But I do tend to be a little shy when I'm meeting someone who I've never, met before, or someone who I feel like is important in my eyes. Everybody's important. So that sounds really bad to say, but y'all know what I mean. And it doesn't have anything to do with the power or anything to do with wealth. None of those things. Sometimes I just may view an interaction that I'm about to have as a little bit more weighted than other conversations. So for that reason, I may just show up a little bit shyer than normal. Number two, it says they recharge alone. So this one obviously is true. It's like the definition of introvert. So I'm not going to go there. But what I will say is that I do need and require time alone, but I don't know if it's my age. By the way, I'm 45 years old. And what I'm learning at this age is that I actually desire connection from people. I don't know if do y'all feel that way? Like I actually desire connection from people, and I find myself wanting more of it. So maybe in some of the future shows, I'll talk about some of the things that I do to get myself out of the house and connect with people and build community. But yes, I agree. I want to get in my little space to recharge, but I don't always want to be there. And in fact, I feel like I'm probably more alone than I want to be because I'm also single right now. So that doesn't mean that I want to date anyone. Not just saying I'm single right now. So that could be contributing to that. Number three, they thrive in deep conversations. This is true for me. I enjoy a meaningful conversation, something that's thought-provoking. I like thought-provoking questions. I like people who, when I ask them a question, they pause and think about it before they start just talking and rambling at me. I want deep, thoughtful conversations. Otherwise, what are we doing? Why are we even talking about this? And so I don't mind a little small talk either, because I feel like that's appropriate. So I know there are some people who would say that they hate small talk. I don't hate it. But after a while, I was like, okay, let's get into it. But hold on, let me think about that. Maybe I do hate small talk. I'm not really good at it. I'm actually pretty. I suck at small talk. I'm not good at it, and I'm actually a little bit socially awkward too. I don't know if that's the same thing. Interesting. Now I'm over here thinking, okay, let's keep going. Maybe we'll come back to that and revisit that. Many great leaders are introverts. And then they list a few people like Warren Buffett, Rosa Parks. They lead with listening, reflection, and calm decision making. I can identify with that, but I don't know if that really speaks to every single introvert. When I think about truly what an introvert is, I don't know. They lead with listening, reflection, and calm decision making. I know it's true for me, but I'm not sure if it's true for every introvert. And the part that's tripping me up is leading with listening, because I feel like there are some introverted people who have really strong opinions, or maybe you're just a little bit more trigger happy when it comes to responding to things, and they're not necessarily extroverted, so I don't know about that one. Introverts are often highly creative. Yeah, I would agree with that. It talks a little bit about the reflective nature, allows us to think deeply and make unique connections, making them strong writers, making us strong writers and artists and inventors. Okay, I like that. I am very creative, so I have music out underneath the name John Jay. I have started a lot of things, but I think the creativity part, that's the part I have to watch out for, because my mind goes a million miles per hour and I want to create so many different lanes and things. And it's not about money, but it's just like, I want to create things. I want to birth new things into the world, into the earth. And I just get so overwhelmed by like the amount of things that I'm creating in my mind, but I can't get on paper. I think just if I just use music, for example, and music is just a very small part of it, but I probably have 6 or 7 albums that are completely written that I just haven't either had the time or the money, or a combination of the two, to actually put out. So it just a little bit frustrating, but I can agree with number 5, that introverts are often highly creative. I'm not sure if that's true for every introvert, but for me, it's true. They may have number 6. They may have fewer but closer friendships. Okay, I don't know. I don't really. This one's hard for me to judge, because I've always had a pretty small circle of friends. But I don't know if this is true for every introvert, because I have come across other introverts who always seemed like they were invited to the party. You know what I mean? Like they were always, they always had people reaching out to them, or they were always reaching out to others in their introverted way. Again, I'm talking about introverts from the standpoint of like what the true definition is, and that's really has to do with how we recharge, how we get our energy. Okay, so number 7, noise and chaos can be draining, overstimulating environments. I want to argue this one too, but I think this is true. I love a small, like staying in the lane of music, I love a small venue concert versus a amphitheater or a stadium. I won't even go to a stadium concert, even if I love the artist. I have to catch them at a smaller venue, or I'll watch it on TV or YouTube. But I don't know. But again, I think with all these, there's always that caveat of maybe there'll be a time where I actually desire to be around a lot of people. I do have those times as well, where it's like, okay, I got to get out of the house and I actually just want to be around people. I don't want to be overstimulated. Quick story. I remember my first cruise was back in November, and I went on a Virgin Voyages cruise. Shout out to Virgin Voyages. I loved it. It was amazing. And the first night after the sail away party, I had a little too much champagne, and I'm sitting at a table with a friend of mine who went on the cruise with me. And then we had just met some people at the sail away party. We all were out to dinner, and they were like, "Oh, we're sailing away. We're far away from, the city, from Miami." And I started looking out the window. I just got overwhelmed by just the vastness of the ocean, the music that was playing in the restaurant, the engagement with all of these new people that was very positive, and I was just overly stimulated in a good way, but it was a lot. I had to get up. I was like, okay, I'm getting up. And I walked outside on the deck by myself. Went and took some pictures near the Virgin Voyage sign. It was a lot for me. So I agree with number 7. Noise and chaos can be draining. I'm going to go with a yes on that. Number 8, they're often excellent listeners. I don't know about this one. I try to be a great listener. But again, I told y'all my mind goes so fast that I sometimes struggle with it. So I don't know about that one. But I try to be, so I do make the effort. So that's a thing, I guess. I make a meaningful effort. Number 9, many are natural observers. Yes, this one is, I think this is the nail on the head here. Every introvert I've ever met, we share this in common, where we would love to just sit in the mall or sit in, if we're at the airport, we're like people watching and watching the way that people interact with each other and just kind of reading the room and noticing different patterns and nonverbal cues. So yeah, I agree with number 9. Many are natural observers. And then number 10, alone time sparks insight. Okay. Solitude isn't just preferred, it's powerful. Many introverts report having their best ideas or breakthroughs when they're alone, not in a group brainstorming session. Okay. I agree with that one. Yep. I agree with that. Whenever we had to brainstorm something at work, I would always come up with the best idea after the brainstorming session. It's just something about that pressure and being around people and talking, and those interactions are not always fun for me. So yeah, I agree. Number 10, alone time sparks insight. I agree. Okay, so those are the top 10 interesting facts about introverts. I'll go through them again just so you have them. Number 1 was introverts are always shy. Number 2, they recharge alone. Number 3, they thrive in deep conversation. Number 4, many great leaders are introverts. Number 5, introverts are often highly creative. Number 6, they may have fewer but closer friendships. Number 7, noise and chaos can be draining. Number 8, they're often excellent listeners. Number 9, many are natural observers. And number 10, alone time sparks insight. Which of these 10 do you agree with? Do you actually agree with all of these? I'm assuming because you clicked on this podcast, you are an introvert. So which of these 10 do you agree with, disagree with? I would love to get a consensus on this. So head over to my YouTube channel, John J. Journey, and let me know your thoughts. And also you can check out some of the videos that I've done there. I'm working really hard to get out there with the camera. Being an introvert, that's a lot. And shy, so that's a lot. But yeah, I'm working to get out there with the camera and show just some different ways that introverts can get out and about and try different things and connect in a comfortable way. And if there's any other content that you would like me to make as an introvert, let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. But until next time, it's been a pleasure talking with you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.